episode 638 of Good Luck High Five.
You're listening to a podcast that's for you if you play Magic the Gathering. Whether you are dragon storming it up out there or you're Tarkir-ring a mockingbird.
What?
Tarkir a mockingbird. Wow, we're here for you.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan, and I feel pretty bad about that.
Oh, wow. Well, just wait till we get to our pun section. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, everybody. Welcome on in. Tarkir Dragonstorm has caused a storm, has stormed through the magic sphere into our lives.
And no matter what way you slice it, it is appropriately named.
I agree. Did you know that it is completely blowing Wizards away how the demand for this set?
I'm glad to hear it.
Yes, indeed. They released a statement that said demand for Tarkir Dragonstorm has been absolutely overwhelming and stores are constantly selling out, which aligns with my experience at the pre-release last weekend. And they're constantly having to order more product. People just want Tarkir Dragonstorm, which we are very happy to hear.
Oh, I mean, I feel like it is proof. People are like, we just want magic.
We want magic.
We want magic. And this is one of the most magic sets
that you can get.
It's dragons.
Yeah.
Period.
What's more magic than dragons? I don't know if there's an answer that's not dragons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody loves dragons, too.
Everybody loves dragons.
Everyone.
Except the things that dragons eat.
What does a dragon eat, notably?
Other dragons. People, everything.
Anything and everything?
Actually,
I've never thought about it.
Even the things that dragons eat like dragons, because I think that people are something that dragons eat and people still like dragons.
Yeah.
Just like people like bears.
All right. So,
Anyways.
according to the internet, dragons are mythical. Okay. So they had to point that out to me.
Oh, okay.
But they're depicted as, like they eat larger prey like people, other reptiles, insects, small animals. They look to be omnivorous, although larger dragons are typically depicted as meat eaters.
Oh.
So they could be carnivores, which would make sense. I mean, like some dinosaurs.
Do you think that there's herbivorous dragons?
Absolutely. All of the dragons in any green dragon, I feel like, is a vegetarian.
What?
Like
no.
Sagu Wildfang.
Okay, that one, cute.
Very cute.
That dragon's very cute and does look like a vegetarian.
And even, I would say, potentially a vegan.
Yes. That dragon does have vegan vibes.
So the Sagu Wildfang, Wild Speaker, God, it's, my
The
brain.
little dragon. We know 3/3, gain 3 life.
Yes. Sagu Wildling, there we go. That dragon, vegan for sure.
Absolutely it is. But I'm just saying that there's definitely like old Gnawbones. It's in his name. He Gnawbones.
Is that a green dragon? Old Gnawbones?
I think so.
Is that really what it was named?
Yes.
That's a great name. Can't believe I don't remember this dragon.
You're old. Oh, sorry. Singular.
Singular.
Old Gnawbone.
There's only one bone. He gnaws. He's married. You know what I mean? 7/7. Yeah, you don't get to be a 7/7 just eating a plant.
No, absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. And also just like look at it. Like, and you don't get to be called Old Gnawbone if you're a vegetarian. He just doesn't look like a vegetarian.
Yeah, that forked tongue is also giving me like hardcore carnivore vibes for sure.
Absolutely.
He's from the D&D set, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What a good card.
Yeah.
Anyway, some dragons, meat eaters, like, that 4/5 lava beast that blows up your non-basics.
Magma Hellkite.
Definitely.
How do I know? Been got.
You've been hellkited?
Been hellkited.
Yeah, man, me too. And they like lock down your land. It's rude.
It destroys a non-basic, which everyone's got them.
Yep.
Everyone's freaking got them. And then you do get to go find a basic, but it makes it stunned. It stuns it for a turn.
It's unbelievably impolite.
It's so rude. It's so deeply rude.
So what we're trying to say is this set is good.
Yeah. So coming back around to the point, which always existed.
Yeah. If you have opinions about which dragons in the set might be vegetarians or vegans, just let us know. Yeah, we're going to talk to you about this set, specifically how to draft this set, because it's a super fun one for draft. It's one of the most balanced as far as color and power is considered. That's been around for a very long time. We'll get into that.
I'm going to make Maria play Guess the Record. I'm going to show her a lot of photos of draft decks that I have made.
Such a tricky test, but I do like taking it.
Yeah. And you're going to tell me about being in Denver at the Spotlight Series Tarkir Dragonstorm.
Yes, I was in Denver this past weekend. My brain is totally fried. You might be like, weren't you casting that event? Why can't you remember card names? It's because my brain is like, we did it, we did the thing, and now they shall be deleted.
You had enough of that.
Get them out, make room for whatever is next. But I'll tell you about my experience. It was a large scale, limited, essentially Grand Prix. I'm going to put that in quotes. That's what it was, but we don't call them that anymore. It's Spotlight Dragons. There was more than 1,200 people there playing limited, so sealed day 1, draft day 2. And we have some insights for you, let me tell you, on what you should be drafting, if you can, on Arena or Magic Online or at your local game store that'll get you those W's.
I'm so excited to find out.
It's very spicy.
But before we get into any of that, we have some people to thank.
Yes.
And first and foremost amongst them are you, the listeners, and especially the patrons of Good Luck High Five.
Thank you so much to everyone who supports all of our work over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic. We got 4 tiers of fun for you to choose from.
4 whole tiers.
4 tiers.
That's more than most cakes.
I cried 4 tiers last night.
Wow.
But only 4.
Only 4. All right. You count them as they were happening?
Yeah, just there goes number 1, number 2.
Anyways, you can become a patron at a bunch of different levels, whatever best suits you. You get access to our Discord, no matter your contribution level.
Yes.
And our Discord is just a wonderful place to be.
If you want to talk about Magic with your friends, if you got donated $5 a month or more, you get early access to episode releases of this show and Commander Arcade. There's a whole bunch of other awesome stuff in there. Go check it out. Patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
Thank you to new patrons Matthew and Joseph.
Yay! Matthew and Joseph.
Matthew and Joseph, get the rest of the apostles in here. Yeah. That's your. No.
Where's Mark and where's John? And Luke, how many are there?
I think 13? There's 12.
Wait.
13. No, you're right.
Wait.
Was
the 13th the bad one? Was that Judas? Was he number 13?
I don't think we should be talking about this based solely on how much we've already revealed we obviously do not know. We should just let this one go.
We're not a medical podcast. We're not a God podcast.
Not a religious podcast. As evidenced by that right there.
Oh, Matthew, let me just say, Matt, thank you for being a patron.
That was what I was going to do.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Holy cow. Connections of the brainwaves. Who's our other new one?
Joseph. Oh, okay, we can do this.
I believe in you.
Oh no.
Joseph.
My brain is so frozen.
I haven't sniffed out a better patron than you in many years. It's really bad.
That was really great. No, I loved that one.
Good. Anyway, do you want puns that are at that level or perhaps below? Become a new patron.
Joseph, spiffy new patron.
Hey, we got there. Wow, your brain, I saw it break in real time.
Joseph, you get a voucher for a different pun someday.
Voucher for one new pun.
Yeah, one new pun. We owe you one better pun.
So this past weekend was Spotlight Dragons, and the winner of Spotlight Dragons was none other than Andrew Beckstrom.
Yeah.
From Denver, Colorado. So hometown win for this player who's been around the game and the GP circuit and whatever for a very long time. He was testing before the event. He's a very close friend of Luis Scott Vargas, who we featured on day 1 of competition. We watched Luis until he lost. The same was true with Reed. Reed lost out for a chance of day 2 earlier than Luis, but
they both did.
They both did.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was a tough cut, to be fair.
Yeah.
It was, you had to 6 and 2 or better to get into day 2. So that's not the easiest thing in the world when you have no buys, because hey, we don't have buys anymore.
They used to get buy on buys.
That's right.
All right.
Anyway, Andrew Beckstrom won. He's testing the week before in Luis's house with a bunch of pro players, and they would just constantly have drafts running. Like there's 3 computers, constantly drafts going. When one finished, somebody else would go, and there's a big TV, and they're all watching each other draft. Okay?
Yeah.
This is going to be critical because what I'm about to tell you is going to be kind of like what the secret to draft was discovered this past weekend at the event. And Andrew definitely drafted this deck. I'm not sure if he drafted it 3 times. I assume he did, but he definitely drafted it twice. At some point, they're watching Ham TV, which is he's an Arena and Magic Online drafter, and he's been known as like somebody who's able to crack a format and find the deck of the format. And yeah, so I watched him stream, and these people were watching him too, and they saw what he was doing one night, and they're like, "Hey, is this something?" And they started to lean on it and testing, and sure enough, they think they have found the best deck in the format, and I think I agree with them.
What is it?
It is 5-color dragons.
Wow. Okay.
You thought we were playing a 3-color format. Joke's on us. It's a 5-color format or 4 colors.
Yeah.
So the way to draft this deck, which, by the way, Andrew Beckstrom drafted his second draft of the day, might be the best version of this deck I think that may ever end up existing. I texted Megan about it.
Yeah, you did.
It had a Shiko in it. It had a Ureni in it. 2 of the big mythic dragons. Anyway, how you do it is all built around the card Dragonstorm Globe. This is the 3-mana artifact that you can tap for any color, and when you play a dragon, it comes in with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. The first Dragonstorm Globe is great. The second and the third, it just gets ridiculous because your dragons, your opponent's going to have dragons, of course. It's a dragons themed set, are going to be bigger. And there's not a lot they can do about it.
Yeah.
So the way that you make this deck happen is early on in the packs, you either take the bomb. So you're taking that Ureni, you're taking that Shiko. You're saying, I don't worry about it now. I'm going to make it happen. The second step is you're taking removal. So you're drafting cards like Molten Exile, Osseous Exhale, perhaps Stormplane Detainment, whatever. Dragon's Prey, you're drafting these cards. Third, you're drafting lands and fixing. So tricolor lands, you're picking them up. Enemy color lands, especially, you're picking them up early on. And then fourth is like little enablers, such as great commons like I don't want to call it Sultai Appraiser. That's not what it is. Sibsig Appraiser, which is a 2/1 that lets you take a card into your hand from your library. Little blue card, stuff like that. So the key is, was I should say, not to be afraid. And by drafting all of the best cards and fixing in mana that you can, in pack 3, you're generally going to get super rewarded because you're able to take all of the stuff that people are forced to pass because it's not in their wedge or their color pair.
Interesting.
So that was the name of the game going into this weekend. All these players who made day 2 did this strategy, and it paid off. It was like not even a contest. These decks are so incredibly powerful if you can get them that what can other people do? I mean, like, you have the removal, you have the best cards because you can take them and not even worry about it.
Yeah.
If you have some mana acceleration, like Encroaching Dragonstorm, you can go get whatever lands out of your deck you need. Or if you've got your globe, it just taps for any color of mana. They're so absurdly powerful and so fun to play because you're just dirtling around, like doing your thing. You're gaining life from all of your tap lands.
Make dragon.
You start at 24, right?
Yeah.
You don't start at 20.
Oh my God. Let me tell you, sometimes you really do.
Yeah.
There was a time at which my opponent was like, whether if you're the aggressive player, you're like, oh my God, I've attacked them so many times.
And they're at 17.
Literally. They're like at 17 and you're like, I've had so many combat steps.
6 combat steps.
I've had so many freaking attackers every combat step.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they're attacking you and you're like, I'm at 25. I don't care.
I don't care.
Sure.
Do
Come
your
at
worst.
me, dude.
So, yeah. So they found it. They broke the draft format essentially. And so with the help of the Ham TV, shut up. It was absurd seeing these decks, just incredibly powerful. The problem is that now when I went onto Arena, like ready to draft this, guess what everyone's drafting?
Everyone's drafting it.
You can't get a Dragonstorm Globe to save your life.
I bet not. Now that you say that, I really can't think of the last time that I saw one.
Yeah, exactly. When was the time I ever got to draft a Sibsig Appraiser? Answer, never, because they're never in the pack. Everyone just takes them.
Everyone took them already.
That's the downside, is that people now know about it and they're all trying to do it because it is absurdly fun to draft 5 colors. We're Magic players.
We just want to have a good time.
We just want to draft every color of mana.
We just want to have a good time.
I mean, and it is, remember the last 5-color draft format? I think it was Call Time.
Oh, yes. I freaking loved Call Time.
See?
You could get all the little ice.
Yeah.
You get all the little icemen.
The little ice guys.
You're thinking, you know which ice guy I'm thinking of? Red, green, ice guy.
Yes, the red, green, ice guy. You know, that's the name of the card. Red, green, ice guy.
Red, green, ice guy.
But
yeah, we loved him.
So, blessings upon you if you're able to get this deck.
Every once in a while, you're going to end up in a pod with people who don't know yet.
Yes, if you're at your LGS and I'm telling you
you're
this
just
and they don't
waiting for those
know,
moments.
You are going to crush them if they don't know about this, because
go crush them.
Seriously, this is the way. This is the way. The other thing I will say that is that draft is self-correcting, right? So even though this exists, if everybody's going for it, then nobody's going to get it. You can punish people like that by drafting an extremely aggressive deck like a Boros deck. You don't have to draft 3 colors in this format.
Yeah.
Or a Mardu deck, and you can get them.
Yeah.
So that might be the way to tilt now until things kind of even out a little bit more.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Try and punish them.
Punish them. Yeah, you can draft 2 colors. That's something else I learned at the event this past weekend. It's true.
And I didn't realize, but like the format is like made for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want you to be able to draft just 2 colors.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
It is.
And different from original cons. I feel like first cons really pushed 3 in the cons format.
Yeah.
Triple cons.
That's true.
Whereas this is like, oh no, they were like, maybe you're just black-white.
So according to the data from this set, if we're looking at a site like 17 Lands that gives us access to such things, if we're looking at the win rate of the various colors in this format, if you're looking at the 3-color wedges, Mardu is number 1 at 56.1%, but it's barely above Teamer at 56%. Now, I'm not talking about 4 colors or 5 colors here. This is just what you're supposed to
exclusively
do, quote unquote. Jeskai is at 3rd at 55.3%, followed by Sultai at 55%, and Abzan is significantly lower than all of these at 53.6%.
Let me tell you, I feel that.
Yeah, really?
The times that the first 03 that I forgot to take a screenshot of, because I was just like, get me back in the queue. Yeah, I literally was just like, I did not even stop to think about taking a screenshot because I was like, I need to get back in the queue.
You need the taste out of your mouth.
Exactly. I need to feel something.
Yep. I understand that feeling.
So I need to draft again. Was Abzan, and I just felt you need, specifically the other ones, you can build a really strong deck with uncommons, but Abzan, I think you need rares. There's Abzan rares that you need if you're going to make a good Abzan deck.
Yeah, otherwise what are you doing?
It don't go.
Yeah, it just
don't go if you don't have
enough
them.
gas.
No,
if you will.
Really does not.
So if you're drafting 5 color, basically you're going to be Sultai with a red splash or Teamer with a black splash generally, but you can also put white in there if you want. That's how it goes. If you end up drafting 2 colors, if you're able to do so, Boros is the winningest 2-color pair at 58.4%.
Jeez.
Which is absurd.
They just aggroing everybody is my guess.
Aggroing, absolutely. Wild ride till the cows come home, +3/+0.
Wild ride till the cows come home.
Simic, blue-green aggro, 56.6%.
Oh.
It's another thing you can do if you get some Kishless skimmers or whatever.
I love a Kishless skimmer.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Who don't?
Too burb.
Draw so many card.
So those are possibilities, everyone.
Yeah. As
far as color pair power is concerned.
Fascinating.
Yes, I know. It's exciting, and I hope that we, can figure out what happens after this, since everybody in my last 5 drafts has been trying to do it.
Everyone wants them dragons.
Yep.
I have just really been enjoying drafting this set.
I mean, full stop. It's just great no matter what you do.
It's a good
really
time.
Fun. Let's talk about the best commons in the set, though, because we've talked about the bombs. If you're drafting 5 colors, you can take them.
Which I do feel like this set is, I was telling Maria before we started the episode, that the set does feel a little bomb-ish.
You need the bombs. The bombs matter.
You need them bombs.
And you need the removal to kill the bombs.
Exactly. You either need to be having the bombs or getting rid of the bombs, ideally both.
Yep.
There was like some other decks, like I drafted a Mardu deck that was very medium, but I had Smiles at Death.
Oh, yeah.
Which mythic. I got passed in pack 1.
Okay.
I got it like 2nd or 3rd pick, and I was like, did you not read this card?
Probably.
It straight up say, just bring 2 things back with +1/+1 counters on it. Sure, power 2 or less or whatever, but you get 2 every upkeep. Yeah. You can bring 2 creatures back from your graveyard with power 2 or less, and it puts a +1/+1 counter on each of them. It's
nasty.
And then it's not a finality counter.
No.
You can just trade them off. They die. You do it again.
Yes. Maybe there was
absurd.
A triple rare pack.
Maybe it might have been, but even so, it's a mythic. And I would pick it over. There's a lot of rares I would pick it over because it is it's absurd, and it's not like it's a creature bomb. So there's like much less removal that's going to be in there to target it at it. Anyways, so it saved. It was a very mediocre draft, but every time I drew that card, I won the game. No problem.
Right now, my current draft is very mediocre, but it has Ugin. So
there you go. Sometimes you just need one.
That's all you need.
All right.
Speaking of commons, the best common in the set is the one we've name checked a few times already on the show. Sibsig Appraiser with a game in hand win rate of 60.1%. Card is absurd. So in case you don't know, I'll just read the text for you right now. When this creature enters, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one in your hand, the other goes in your graveyard, especially in a Sultai deck. It's kind of like you're not discarding at all. It's kind of like you have a second hand. That second hand is your graveyard.
Yeah.
So there you go. Coming in at number 2, we have Molten Exhale. Excuse me, not even Molten Exhale. Dispelling Exhale.
What? Okay, do you know what? No, that makes sense.
This card, this is my MVP of the weekend.
I hate this guy.
This is 1 and a blue. As an additional cost to cast it, you can Behold the Dragon. Counter target spell, unless this controller pays 2. If you Behold the Dragon, they pay 4 instead.
Card is very good.
The number of times this card was responsible for somebody winning a game, I can't even count.
Yeah.
I think counter spells in this format are so good because of what you said, because of the mythics and the rares that dominate. If you can just like stop somebody from doing it.
Stuff is pretty expensive.
Yes.
Cards are more expensive. Like you were saying, like there was the one deck where you're like, I wish some of these 3 drops were 2 drops. But the truth is that this is a format of 3 drops.
Yes.
This is not
where it starts.
This is not a format of 2 drops. Even aggro decks don't really get cooking.
They need to cook.
Let them
cook.
I think we've talked about how much I love cooking as I hate the act of cooking, but let them cook or let it cook or let me cook as a phrase.
Have to say it.
Love it. This like cook up. Okay.
Great.
Anyways, into it.
Molten Exhale is number 3.
Yes.
That's the red one. 4 damage, 58.5%.
Yeah. And then we have Mardu Devotee, 58.4. That one's surprising.
I can explain this for you.
Is it Scry 2? Is it the text quote Scry 2?
This is the best devotee. I'm not taking this from my own mouth, okay, everybody? This is also Paul Chian saying this is the best one.
You took it from his mouth?
I took it straight out of his mouth, and I'm saying it now in my mouth to you, to your ears.
Yeah.
From Paul's mouth to my mouth to your ears.
No.
This is the best devotee. Why? Because if you're playing a Mardu deck or a Boros deck or whatever, you don't want to waste time farting around with your tap lands.
You need to scry 2.
You need to scry 2, get rid of those lands. You need to put your you need to play your basics. You need to play more basics because you need them to come into play untapped so that you can spend your mana on creatures that are going to attack your opponent. Yeah. This guy does it all.
Enoch Wayfarer.
Speaking of
57.9. Speaking of a guy who does it all.
Yeah.
This dog.
Good dog.
Do it all.
He's a 1/1. When he enters, you mill 3 cards. You can return a land to your hand from your graveyard. If you don't, he becomes a 2/2.
Yeah. Great card. And then Piercing Exhale, 57.8.
Right behind it, the green Exhale fight spell. And if you Behold a Dragon, you Surveil 2.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we're looking here. Okay. So none of those. The first, like the first black card that shows up in here is Caustic Exhale.
Yes.
57.6.
Okay.
Do love that card.
Card is great.
Yeah.
I would always and often take a Caustic Exhale. Cutest card in the set.
Yeah.
The highest rare that's a multicolor card is Temur Tawnyback.
Yeah.
It's 57.4%
common.
Common. Yeah, excuse me. Game in hand win rate. 4/3 when it enters, draw a card, then discard a card. It's a great rate for a 4/3. Plus you get card selection. What more do you want? Just got to say that.
Nothing more.
So those are our common all-stars.
Yeah. I just want to look really quickly because I just want to say that this plays out of the best cards.
Oh, okay, rares.
Right, the best rares
and mythics.
And I've best rares and mythics. Elspeth Stormslayer.
Obviously.
An opponent played that and I just conceded.
I mean, what can you possibly do?
There was nothing. I could literally do nothing.
Oh, our good friend Caroline was in day 2 of this event, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
She's been on the show, friend of the show.
Yeah.
I was watching her day 2 draft opponent in like the 3rd round of day 2 or whatever. And Caroline is just like stomping on him, doing a good job. Opponent, Elspeth. And she's just like, well.
What are you going to do?
Sometimes you get Elspeth.
Yeah. She's at 66.9. Eugene, Eye of Storms, 69%.
He's the best card you can open.
Let me tell you.
7 mana doesn't matter.
Literally, I have had games where I'm like, do you know what? I was so close to killing my opponent before they Eugene, and I'm like, maybe I can do it. maybe I can.
Eugene.
You can't. I'm here to just straight up tell you cannot.
You can't win through
Not
that card.
happening for you.
It's never happened.
Sorry.
Never been
You're
done.
like, wow, I'm going to be the first person to beat a Eugene in draft. No, you're not.
You're not because nobody is.
Because nobody is. So, sorry.
Okay, so number one, you hope you open a Eugene. If you don't open Eugene, you hope you open a Meringue River Regent. That's number 2. 68.9%. We talked about
Which
that.
I have. That card's great. Really good. If not that, Jeskai Revelation.
Yikes.
The second coming of, what's the card I'm thinking of? Magma Opus.
Magma Opus? No. Magna Opus.
Magna?
I don't know. The point is, it was an opus,
crazy.
and Mr. Holland was in charge of it. Turns out he was like a real jerk for most of his life.
Magma.
Okay, yeah, Magma Opus.
Okay. Because it's a punt anyway.
It's a pun. Return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. This deals 4 damage to any target. You make 2/1/1 white monk creature tokens with prowess. Draw 2 cards. You gain 4 life.
Great. What else? What else you want to do?
Keep talking to me.
Let me tell you, the number of times, Roar of Endless Song is way up here as well. The number of times I've lost to this card is very high. I would like it to stop now.
I mean, the whole joke is you make 2 elephants and then you can deal 20 damage on chapter 3.
Yeah.
Lol.
Except sad.
Lol, except we're sad about it.
Lol, except we're sad about it. I've gotten really wrecked by that card more than any other card this set.
The best dragon to open, in case you're curious, is Ureni the Song Unending. It's just a 10/10.
Just a 10/10. Casual 10/10.
It's 8 mana. But like we said, you're able to get to mana in this set. It's slow.
It deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures or planeswalkers your opponents control, where X is the number of lands you control.
Disgusting.
Guess what? It's 8.
Yeah, it's at least 8. Yeah.
Guess what? It's 8.
Oh man. I mean,
so anyways.
The show got over, I think I got out of the building at 11 something.
Oh.
So that tells you, PM, that the format is slow, everybody. Unless you're just able to Boros or Mardu somebody out.
So that's so upsetting.
Yeah, it was pretty upsetting. Let's just briefly touch on the best uncommons. You're going to see them slightly more often.
Yeah.
Because I just want to give a shout out here to Twin Moss Stormbrood.
Yep, I was just about to say Twin Moss Stormbrood. Excellent card. Charring Bite is its omen. 1 in a red for a sorcery, deals 5 damage to target creature without flying. 5 damage for 1 in a red.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Pretty good rate.
You got it. And 5 and a white for a 5/4 flyer. When this creature enters, you gain 5 life.
Yeah.
It's a good card.
The only card that has a better game in hand win rate than that is Sonic Shrieker, which is the Mardu dragon that deals 2 to any target and you gain 2 life. And if you just do it to your opponent's face, they also discard a card.
Yeah. Ooh, love hitting my opponent's face with that guy. It's a good time.
In 3rd place, I think I called him in 2nd place, but it is 3rd place for Karakit Guardian. So that card also excellent.
Great card. Great card.
And so those are all like big splashy like dragons, but notably just like the layer right under them of great cards, Roiling Dragonstorm comes into play, which is the one that I was so obsessed with.
Yeah, it's a good card. Enough. And Sibsig Appraiser. There he is.
Absolutely.
There he is. Great card.
Yeah. So if you want to look into more of this kind of draft, how good is the cards, you can check out 17 Lands where it's all like listed for you. But, the truth is like draft, it's never the same animal every single time. So even if in a vacuum.
Which is part of what makes it great.
It's so true. Best format. Here's the thing. This weekend, doing the show, talking about Limited, it just made me, I don't know. I just think it's the greatest way to play Magic.
It's a great way to play Magic.
New players, you don't need to know a lot. You just come on in. You don't have to bring a deck. You just show up. They give you 6 packs.
That's how we got started.
You don't got to test for like a month with a deck beforehand. You just show up.
Show up.
You play the games.
It's great.
Use your core Magic knowledge about combat and creatures and spells to get you through.
Can you combat? You've got an advantage.
Yeah.
It helps.
That's true.
Combat. It's there. It need be done.
So I'm just saying, I hope that Wizards keeps up these large-scale limited events. There was a lot of people there, a lot of people so happy. Players from years ago coming back out of the woodwork to play.
Aww.
Mike Cron was a Pro Tour winner from Geneva a million years ago, came back out, almost won the whole tournament. He made the top 8. That was cool to see.
We love it.
Corey Burkhart was there, GP grinder of old. Did very well for himself in the tournament. Anyway, the point is,
good stuff.
It's good stuff, and I just want to advocate for more of it in the future. Let's say thank thank you to the people who helped make the show happen. Dragon Shield!
Oh, look at these great sleeves.
They just sent us some new sleeves, everyone. These are samurai sleeves with this lady warrior on them, and she just looks incredible.
It's really lovely art.
I love her outfit.
Really great.
So these are brand new art sleeves from Dragon Shield that you can find on their website. Just go to the link beneath this video or in our show notes to check them out for yourself. They're really lovely.
Yeah. Of course, you can always get Commander Arcade.
Yeah.
Or our cute little rainbow Feldegriff sleeves.
They're so beautiful.
They're very cute and very just great. The same great Dragon Shield quality, but with our art.
Yeah, nice. If you want to find our stuff, use code GLHF in the search bar. You'll see our sleeves. And if you don't buy those, if you buy anything else, use code GLHF at checkout to get yourself 5% off your order. So a lot of great ways to save and good stuff at Dragon Shield. Can't tell you the number of sleeves I saw split on camera that weren't Dragon Shield this weekend.
Wow, there you go.
Sick burn.
There you go. Dragon Shield. Sick burn on other sleeves.
We also want to say thank you to Card Kingdom.
CardKingdom.com/GLHF, the place to go for all of your Magic needs.
And we've been talking up draft a lot on this episode because
we have.
Number 1, it deserves it.
Draft.
Number 2, get yourself a box.
Yeah.
From Card Kingdom. And I know you're not going to get 8 people together because that's like physically impossible.
Post-pandemic, 8 people can't exist in the same room at the same time.
It just can't happen.
It don't happen.
But you can get 6. That's possible.
6 is doable.
It's doable. Team draft. You can team draft
evidence.
Twice.
We have evidence of 6. There is no evidence of 8 because it can't be done.
Nobody has seen 8 people in the same room for a draft at a friend's house
for 5 years.
For 5 years. But 6 has
just
been known to happen. And you can get yourself a box and do 2 of these. Run 2 of these. Okay, for a box. By cardkingdom.com/GLHF. That's just our casual recommendation to you for a good time.
Yeah.
Tarkir Dragonstorm draft, my friends. I think I've done, no lie, like 40 drafts.
I've done a lot of drafts. I don't know if I've done 40, but I've done a lot of drafts.
The number is absurd because it's such a good, fun format,
it's
just like we thought it would
be. So fun. It really is.
Do you want to quiz me now?
All right, yeah. Are you ready for what's that record? What's that record?
So Megan's going to show me pictures of her draft decks from Arena, and I'm going to try and guess the record that this deck had in Premier Draft. Or I'm assuming it's Premier Draft.
Yes.
Maybe you play Best 3. Okay.
No, this one I've been playing Premier Draft.
Premier Draft. All right, great.
All right.
Ooh, a nice little spicy Mardu build here from Megan.
You go. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're watching along the video version, you can see this. If you're listening to the podcast, in the show notes, there'll be a link to these images, by the way. So this is deck number 1. Okay, it looks like a great Mardu deck. We've got 2 copies of Reigning Victor, the guy who gives indestructible and makes a dude.
Great guy.
He's a great guy. You've got the Thunder of Unity, which is the Mardu Saga, where you draw cards, lose 2 life, and then whenever a creature enters, you gain a life and your opponent loses a life, which is nice if you're making a lot of mobilized creatures. Mm-hmm. Bone Karen Butcher, the 4/4 mobilized 2, your attacking creature has Death Touch.
Mm-hmm.
Seems great. Static Snare for removal, 2 copies of Caustic's Exhale. You've got Sarkin in this deck.
Yeah.
Nice. Copy of Worthy Cost, another removal spell there. Another removal spell in Dragon's Prey. Ooh, you have one of my favorite uncommons in the set, which is Dulkovan Pack Beasts.
Oh, yeah.
I love this card. It's the 04 Ox that has Mobilize 3.
Great card. Yes.
It seems so unassuming. You're like, no way. That's not going to get. And you're like,
Mobilize 3,
Mobilize 3 can't kill this Ox.
No.
Oh, another removal, Salt Road Skirmish. You have
I was going to say another great uncommon.
War Effort.
Yes.
That's what you want.
Another great uncommon.
All right. So your top end is the Feral Deathgorger 3/5 dragon and Salt Road Pack Beast, which draws your card when it enters. But the only issue I see with this deck is that I want some of your 3 drops to be 2 drops. But other than that, this seems incredible. 7 wins.
Yeah.
Yay!
This was a 7-1.
Oh yeah. Only lost once with that bad boy. That deck seems sweet.
Yeah, it was really sick. I got Ugin once.
Oh yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do when you get Ugin?
Just put it in your deck. Card is absurd. Just constantly gain 3 life, draw a card.
Yeah.
How do you even race that thing? It's just nonsense.
All right, here's a very different kind of deck.
Ooh, okay. I'm looking at a Sultai deck here. Very light on the black. That's the the least represented color here, mostly green and blue. But you have some excellent cards, including Hollow Merc Siege, which is the quote-unquote either Abzan or Sultai Siege, but I'm going to call it the Sultai Siege in this deck. So the options are you can, whenever you put a counter on a creature, you draw a card one time a turn, or you can choose attacking creature gets a +1/+1 counter and menace until end of turn. Both good options, I would argue.
Yeah.
You have my number one favorite card in the set, which is Roiling Dragonstorm in here. I love it. So each color has its own Dragonstorm. This is the blue one.
You're telling me your favorite Dragonstorm is draw a card Dragonstorm?
Yes, it is actually.
Gas.
I know, who am I? But
Freaking
it's so
gas.
cheap.
It is
it's
so cheap.
It's one in a blue,
Yeah.
and you draw 3, discard 1, and then bounce it back to your hand when you play a dragon. I love that card.
Yeah.
You only have 1 dragon in the deck. Durgar Island Dragon, whatever. It's fine.
Durgar Island.
Durgar Island Dragon. You have the super cool card, Host of the Hereafter, which is the 2/2 green and black card that comes in with 2 counters and gives them away, or makes anybody give them away when they die.
Yeah.
Are you dying?
You give it away.
You give it away.
Give it away when you die.
Can't take it with you. Okay, let's see what you have for removal. Worthy Cost, which is more of a, like we said, a Mardu card. You have a Caustic Exile. You have a Knockout Maneuver, which puts a counter on one of your dudes and then they fight, which can be a pretty big blowout. You have Yathan Tomb Guard in here, which is a 2/3 menace that lets you draw a card if you connect with a creature with a counter on it, which is like so good. Veteran Ice Clown. Just kidding, it's Veteran Ice Climber, but if you watch our most recent Commander Arcade, you'll know why we call it that. Lost-Eyed Prowler, 5/5 for 4 mana, not a bad rate.
Yeah.
Naga Fleshcrafter, great rare, becomes copy of something on the battlefield. But like the even better version is getting it out of the graveyard with Renew, and all of your creatures become that thing.
Yeah.
I had a match the other day where my opponent had the Riling Dawnbreaker Dragon, which is the 5/4 that gives +1/+0 to other dragon. Here's the story. They had 1,000,000 1/1s because they had the Mardu creature that lets you not have to sacrifice them. Is it Zurgo?
Zurgo, yeah.
At the end of your turn. So they had 1,000,000 mobilized creature tokens. I had gotten them pretty low, but then they used their Naga Fleshcrafter to turn all of their tokens into 5/4 dragons that give each other +1/+0.
Woof. Yeah. Yep.
It was brutal.
That sounds like you lost.
Yeah, I definitely lost that game. I'm not seeing a lot of bomby bombs though. Like those are really good cards, but okay, well, we'll see if I'm wrong. I don't know. I want to say this deck got like 5 wins.
This is an 0-3.
0-3! Oh, I was too optimistic.
This deck was an 0-3.
You get run over?
Do you know what? I don't
Outpowered?
remember. I think I just got outpowered.
Yeah, the power is kind of there around the edges, but it's not there.
There's not enough of it.
Yeah.
There's not enough. Okay, wait. I have to double check some of these records before I show them to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair. Wow. Okay, well, I'm 1-1 currently.
Well, I'll show you 2 more.
All right, 2 more. Let's take a peek at this one here.
All right.
So this one, okay, we're playing Teamer,
Yeah,
folks.
we are.
My favorite. This deck looks spicy. Your top end Karakik Guardian, 6/5 Flying Vigilance Trample, hexproof until you deal damage. Whether this card's not nasty. It's the second best uncommon in the set. BTW. Breaching Dragonstorm. That's a red one. Where you just kind of turn over cards and you can play one of them for free.
I love Breaching Dragonstorm.
It's a fun card, no doubt. I mean, putting it back into your hand is just a good time. Encroaching Dragonstorm, the green one that lets you get 2 lands out of your deck. It's absurd. It ramps you by 2, which in this format
by 2
you want
so much. Yeah.
I would be remiss if I didn't call out the fact that you have a copy of Dragonstorm Globe in this deck. Frostcliff Siege, so you have the red-blue Siege.
Yeah.
What does this one do again?
Red-blue, gosh,
Draw
I don't remember.
Card. Is that it when you connect with a creature? I can't
think
remember.
so, yeah. The Jeskai one is whenever a creature deals damage, you draw a card.
And then
Teamer
one?
is, creatures you control get +1/+0 and have trample and haste.
Okay.
Or maybe just +1/+0 and haste. I don't remember.
I've never played that card yet.
It's one of those 2 things.
Okay.
And make them hasty for sure.
Knockout Maneuver in here again. Overwhelming Siege does 3. 2 copies of Molten Exhale, the red Exhale that deals 4 to something. Oh yeah, you got a Roiling Dragonstorm again in here. All right. Synchronized Charge, Dragon Brood Relic. I like this deck. But what did it do? I feel like you're light on creatures early on in here. You have a Teamer Devotee. But where are you? You have that 4/4 spider. How many creatures do you have in this list, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 creatures?
Wow, is that true? That sounds true. 1,
that sounds like something I would do.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
Wow. Yeah, that does sound like me, though.
I mean, all your spells are so much fun.
Yeah.
But
I love a spell.
Did you run into trouble because you didn't have enough creatures? That's the question I'm asking myself. Did somebody martyr you into the trash? I'm not sure. Because your removal is good.
Yeah. And also, I was able, let me tell you.
Oh, you made the dragon?
I have now made multiple Dragon Broods Relic.
4/4 lifelink key?
Yes.
Deal 3?
Reliquary Dragons.
Reliquary Dragon?
I have.
Yes.
It's a good time.
Oh boy. This one is, I'm not sure. Okay. I'm going to say this deck got 4 wins.
Ooh, let's see. Because I think that you are right on the money.
Wow! Holy cow! That's incredible.
On it.
Oh, wow. I'm proud of myself for pulling that one out.
That was good. That was really good.
Whew.
All right. Here we go.
Okay, last one. Deck number 4. Is deck number 4 in the room with us right now? It is. All right, everybody. This deck seems, I love it already. Top end, Meringue River Regent, 6/7 flyer, bounce 2 things back to their hand. Stupid.
Really busted.
Or you can just draw 3 cards with it and shuffle it back in. Who cares? My other favorite card, Jeskai Shrinekeeper.
This dragon is so good.
This dragon is absurd.
Him. I love him.
Pack one, pick one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even care. I love this dragon. 3/3 flying haste. When it connects, you draw a card, gain a life. What else do you want?
Yeah.
2 copies of Narset's Rebuke. You have another Breaching Dragonstorm. You have some other great Jeskai cards, an Effortless Master and Jeskai Brushmaster. Some nice double strikers and a Menacer.
I love an Effortless Master.
Oh,
Let me tell you, that card is good.
If you've cast your second spell that turn, it comes in what, a 6/4 menace?
It's a 6/4 or a 6/5?
Something.
It's a big vigilance menace.
Yes.
It's absurd.
And you have 3 copies of Wingblade Disciple, everyone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That's the flurry card.
Yeah.
You make a bird.
You make a burb.
Really good.
I tell you, people are mad when they kill one and then
And
you play a
there's another
second.
one?
And then they kill a second one and you
play
cast
a
a third one. They don't like it. Gotta tell you, they don't like that.
Okay, and you're trying to do the Jeskai thing here because you have 2 copies of Channeled Dragonfire for a single red mana, deals 2.
Mm-hmm.
2 copies of Wingspan Stride, give your creature flying and +1/+1 single mana. 1 mana, Humbling Elder, so you're able to trigger your flurry here pretty easily.
Yeah.
And Corey Steelcutter, that's a great rare that makes monk creature tokens. A Mountain Exhale, your Rennie's Rebuff. 7 wins.
Yeah, this was a 7/2. This deck was sick. Even just looking back at this, I'm like, wow, this deck was so good.
That deck is excellent.
It's very good.
I didn't mention your mana in any of these decks because it was fine.
Yeah, my mana is always fine. I'm pretty aggro about picking up the cards that I need.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I do have some other ones though. You saw some good ones. I do have 2 other 03s that was.
Well,
sometimes Maria, I have had an 03.
And 03 happens to even the best of us. Well, everybody, that's this episode of Good Luck High Five. Thank you for coming along and learning about draft with us.
Maria, thank you for going to Denver to tell us about draft.
Oh my gosh. It was a pleasure to be able to go and witness some wonderful competitive limited.
Thank you to me for playing all those arena drafts.
Yes.
Well, hard work, but somebody's got to do it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have it for a guess
that record.
Oh, there we go. I was like, I don't even remember what we called it. Anyways, wouldn't have it for guess that record.
Oh, I don't know if I don't know when I'll get tired of this format.
Wow.
It's not yet. It's not yet. Thinking about drafting again right now.
Same.
Creeping on into my brain.
Well, we got to get going. But thank you so much to everyone who is a patron.
Yes.
Thank you so much to our 2 new patrons.
And we're going to get the rest of the disciples and the gospel writers in here for next time, okay? So if that's one of your names, think about it. It's a very inexpensive way to support this show.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
What?
Were those names?
One of Megan's second guessing.
I don't think that Joseph is one.
Well, he was the dad, you know.
Yeah, he was important.
Yes.
But he wasn't one of the guys.
I don't know if he
at
believed
the
in his
table.
kid that much. You know what I'm saying? He's like,
It's hard to be a
you're
parent.
going off being a Christ or whatever. Like, good luck. I wanted you to be a carpenter. Fine. Do your own thing. But I'm not going to be your disciple. That's weird.
That's like
I'm your dad.
That's a good thing to have a parent be like, you can go off and do your own thing.
Yeah, but he didn't support him enough.
Sorry. really butchering any kind of religious references we were trying to make there.
Godcast 2025. Yes, thank you, patrons. Patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
Thank you so much to Dragon Shield. Thank you so much to Card Kingdom. No religious references needed to purchase at either of those stores.